There is a contingent of Australians on Grindr that are the most chaotic.
I believe it.
I don't need to go into the details,
but I know
that the gays would agree with me that for whatever reason Australians feel the need on Grindr to put their flag. They're very patriotic.
Oh, sure.
And like to let you know. And then when you see that flag on Grindr, run. Oh no. Greg? I thought this was a duet. Oh, so you're just going to sing all the parts? Those are not the right sounds. Can you hear me? Bonk.
Welcome to Miss Thing. I'm Greg.
And I'm Tim. And this is a podcast that celebrates and appreciates the missed things of the past, present, and future.
Yeah, in every episode, we take a key moment from our Miss Thing storied career and do what we are most skilled at, which is make it all about us.
And we're back together.
We're back in the studio for 1 week only. 1 week only. Actually, Tim is going on a very exciting sojourn next week, so we will be separated just 1 week, but it'll be very, very fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm back from my East Coast tour. My Jersey all the way down to
Middle
DC.
East.
The Middle East. Well, that was on the way there. So I did my Middle East tour. Is that the SEO tour? What are the SEO? The search engine optimization tour.
USO
through the Middle East.
To
the East Coast where I did.
We should do a USO tour.
We should, call it the SEO tour.
By the way, before I did this pod, I would have thought that two gay guys going to like a military base in the Middle East, like no one would want that. And now that we have seen like the people who respond to this podcast, I'm actually like, I think we would crush.
And again, when we talk about the Middle East, we talk about like Detroit, Chicago area, like around the Great Lakes. Is it the Great Lakes over there?
I don't know, but I feel like it's like that's what the cameos that we get. By the way, guys, we're on Cameo. If you would like a cameo, the cameos we get are pretty much like people like wanting on a military base, being like, "Will you please do a video for us?" Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
And if you want a video, reach out.
And if you want to watch a video, watch us on YouTube, please. Go, follow us and watch there. No, I will say one of the most shocking revelations that I'm sort of like bringing back with me to the West Coast is the axe-ification of the male body is still very alive and well in Maryland.
Axe-ification?
The Axe body spray.
Oh.
No, people are still using it. They're drowning in it.
I think I would start crying if I smelled that smell. That is so like back to like junior high locker room, so closeted. And being like at one point very turned on. And also repulsed by the smells that people were trying to cover up with Axe.
Absolutely. The sins of like all of like America's past are covered up by Axe body spray. That's how chemical it is.
This is a PSA to all of our straight listeners.
This is actually important.
Do not, if you are replacing taking a shower with just covering your body in Axe, don't.
Yeah, this is probably if you
most
want to
listen, we could give.
If you will listen to these two gay guys about one thing, this is the most important thing. Do not spray your body with Axe.
No,
it is not. And by the way, it smells horrible. And it's bad for your skin.
And I don't think. Listen, we can't speak for all women, but most women, I feel like, would agree with this. They don't like the smell either.
Oh, absolutely not. You can taste the smell. Without licking your body. You walk by and it's like full ear, nose, and throat, an infection.
It not only is it an infection, but it's like you will get a rash.
Right.
And you just don't, you think that like weird, those like weird pimples are just pimples, but that's a rash, honey.
Right. And everyone will think you're on steroids and that you're not natty, but really what it is the Axe.
Natty.
This is our straight episode.
This is our.
I've been around
While you're drinking your natty light.
Yeah. And doing all your peptides.
Yeah.
No.
But also, should we be on peptides? And what is a peptide?
That is such a good question. It sounds like, well, according to every straight person on the internet, we should be on peptides.
Do you inject it or do you rub it?
It's, I think, a lot of injections. A lot of... Ozempic has opened the door for so many injections.
And is it like collagen?
Well, it's whatever. You have to be on a very... It's whatever your doctor recommends you don't do.
Yeah.
No, it's whatever anyone on TikTok says you should do. So there's all sorts of peptides. They're incredibly dangerous.
Great.
Of course, if you do even like the littlest amount off, it could it could kill you. Yeah. But I mean, the benefit, you look great quick. And that is all that matters. Yeah. In these times, we do not have any time to waste. Lose. If you want to look good now, inject yourself with peptides.
I just don't think anything where I have to inject myself.
No.
I think the only thing the only time it's ever okay to inject yourself with something is if you are going through the IVF process.
Sure, of course. Which you have we
gone
down that road?
Listen, not to brag, but I have girlfriends, girl space friends. And the journey is rough. And I'm just saying that, so if you need to inject yourself for that purposes, everything else, I'm sort of like, when you hear the words, then you inject yourself.
Yeah.
Take a step. Take a beat.
Sure.
Unless also, I know people who are doing Ozempic, whatever. If you are on that journey for health reasons, or even, you know what, I'm walking it back.
If you're on that journey.
I just think that there should be a moment when you read the directions and it says, inject yourself, that you should just take a beat and think about where am I in my life and is this worth it? And if it is, then go for it. But for me, I see inject myself and I say, okay, I'm good.
I see. Is that thing sterile? Okay. I draw the line at piercing myself with any sort of
I don't even
device.
pierce myself. So
exactly. No, I completely draw the line at piercing myself with any sort of device. Of course, I have tattoos and I do have earrings, but that's beside the point. No, but back to your IVF thing. I have been accused of being on IVF before because of my mood swings.
By me.
I wouldn't be surprised if people think that I'm going through the process. So, let them talk. Let them think.
Okay, I think it's time.
I do too. For Dot Mom Sauce, a.k.a. Doll of the Day, Mother of the Moment, Sister of the Second. Our first
and most famous
segment where we take a person, place, or thing that we are currently super obsessed with.
God, it feels good to not say that with a lag.
Oh my God. Yeah, Dot Mom Sauce, no lag.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to go first?
I would.
Okay, please.
This is jumping the gun a bit, but I'm so excited, and because I know I'm going to talk about it way more as this goes further into production. But my Dad Mom Sauce is the announcement that The Family Stone is getting a sequel. Did you know this?
I guess I have been outside of LA
You've been
and
in the
entertainment news. Yeah, which is crazy because there's no news about new things getting made. So I don't know how it hasn't
weirdly
crossed my
not
desk.
announced, but Dermot Mulroney went on a podcast.
Of course.
Very recently.
Is it Dylan or Dermot?
They're both hot.
Okay.
Actually, this is one we have to stop and go. Who would you rather have sex with, Dylan McDermott or Dermot Mulroney? And gun to your head, can you picture the difference between the two of them? Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. See, I know culturally from the mothers in my life growing up that I am supposed to be attracted to both.
You really? Okay, I'll help you out. Which is Dylan McDermott is the one from the first season of American Horror Story.
Oh, okay.
And then Dylan McDermott.
Wait, you just said Dylan McDermott. You just said.
Oh, and then Dermot Mulroney. Is from My Best Friend's Wedding and Family Stone. Yeah.
And he was in Scream. He was in one of the Screams.
And I will say this because I saw one movie called Investigating Sex. Everyone go watch it.
Okay, that sounds inappropriate.
Well, I remember seeing that as a young child on Skinamax or Cinemax After Dark. And And in that movie, you see him full frontal, and let me tell you, what he's working with is a winner.
Whoa, is this Dermot or Dylan?
This is Dermot.
Okay.
Dermot,
when you say it, now that I'm saying it, you need to say the full name. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and go Dylan.
And I'm Dermot. This is what good gay best friendship is about.
Dylan and Dermot. Yeah. Dylan versus Dermot.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, this is our feud.
Yeah. You also, fun fact, I was one time at baggage claim next to Dylan.
Okay. I feel like I was too.
I think we all
But
are.
I'd be like, oh my God, Dermot.
Yeah. And I believe that he was in like sweatpants, and it was something
swanging.
Well, no, I was going to just say, like, it was weird to sometimes, like, it's weird to see a celebrity in sweatpants. It's not necessarily, like, a crazy statement that I'm making.
No, that's not
but,
okay.
Like, he is someone who I just, like, don't see in sweatpants, and it really kind of shook up my equilibrium.
Totally. No, I wouldn't feel safe around that either. No, celebrities, unless it's, like, a cute, well-put-together suit, like a two-piece, and then there's, like, jewelry happening and, like, a cute hat.
Yeah.
You have, like, but no, celebrities in sweatpants, no thank you. But yes, so the Family Stone.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, so Family Stone. Dermot Mulroney was on this podcast, and he
not on this podcast.
Well, he should be on this podcast. Yes, exactly. When that movie comes out,
sure.
But basically, he said that. Spoiler alert, but I think it's been 20 years, so everyone, like, get on the bandwagon. But at the end of the first one, Diane Keaton dies.
Right.
And so now that she has died in real life, the writer-director of the first one has always wanted to do a sequel, and it already was taking place with, obviously, the death of Diane in the movie.
Yes.
And so it's, like, a very timely catch-up of the last 20 years, and basically the script has already been written. Dermot was pitching the whole story to this guy, and then he said that like, Sarah Jessica Parker,
twists, everything.
Claire Danes, Rachel McAdams, Craig T. Nelson, the whole cast has already said yes.
Well, they would love the paycheck, I'm sure.
And the title is called The Family's Stone.
Whoa. Yeah. So it's kind of like Shakespearean in a way, too.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I think we have to see it to understand
to believe it.
But I'm just saying that, like, this... In the Zintek household, no news has been this big.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it.
And I can't wait, and I'm really nervous. I'm also manifesting it because, like, so far it's just Dylan. Like, it hasn't been, like, announced by deadline.
Yeah.
Or not Dylan,
Dermot. It's fine.
Guys,
we all understand. Well, Dylan's going to be in this. He's the other Family Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dylan should be in that, actually.
I think, like, every other scene, they should switch places and see if we notice.
Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen style.
Yeah.
And no one would be the wiser, that's for sure.
Yeah. I am manifesting that we are going to be at that premiere.
Totally. We're making sure everyone's sad enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're sort of pointing, you're not being sad enough.
What we're going to do is we're going to hold up silently. We're just going to hold up that photo of Diane Keaton with Rachel McAdams pregnant.
Oh, God. And see how people react.
We don't speak, actually. Like, they come up to us. They think they're, like, waiting for us to talk, and we're just holding it.
Yeah, it's a Rorschach test.
Yeah.
And you're not sad enough.
Yeah, and then we're like, why are you not crying?
Yeah, we get them kicked out.
Yeah.
Okay, love that. I can't wait.
Okay, Greg, what is your Dad Mom sauce?
My Dad Mom sauce, I'm getting real personal with it.
Okay.
And my Dad Mom sauce this week is the city of Los Angeles.
Hometown.
There's no place like home.
Mm-hmm.
I have been gone for the past 2+ weeks. And, you know, famously, I've said it before on this podcast, there comes a point where I get so vacation-full.
Yeah.
I cannot look at food. I can barely get out of bed because I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't order. I can't think of any of this.
You want your bed.
And I just, like, landing in LA, just a day. I've been home a day and a half. And just, like, immediately ordering the food that I want, going home, putting on Drag Race. It's like, sure. In LA, yeah. Like gas, I'm coming home to like gas being $7 a gallon.
Yeah.
Apparently there's some sort of like tanker that has some like toxic substance that apparently like could burst at any moment. There's fires, but there's also Erewhon.
Yeah.
And I think we need to there's highs and lows. You know, I got up yesterday was Sunday. I got up and I went to the farmer's market. They had all my shit.
Yeah.
It's like peach season, stone fruit season, my favorite season. Got cherries, got lettuce, just lettuce, fresh lettuce. And last night I had a salad for dinner.
That's amazing.
And it was so good.
Yeah.
And you can get salad anywhere, but the vegetables and the fruit just is not the same on the East Coast.
I'm jealous because I'm currently, as you are aware, I'm on a sort of I've banned fruit in this house.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, God. Right. And let me tell you, there's flies buzzing around.
Greg had to enter the lion's den. And so there is all windows are closed until further notice and no fruit. The fruit basket is empty.
Yeah. No flies in or out. They go in and out of my mouth.
I open the door. I open the door, quick, run in, and close it because I'm it's just me and the flies.
Right.
Yeah. And now you,
Lord and Lady of the Flies. That's for sure.
That's so nice. It's there is nothing better than coming back and when you step back I got off the plane at LAX with my blank and cardigan or whatever.
Right.
What is it?
With my dream and a cardigan.
Yes.
Yeah. Neither one of those things that I have on my person.
But you know what I mean? But you felt it.
Totally.
And that's the thing. When you come, it's so temperate. It's so you walk out and immediately you're this is the exact perfect temperature.
Seriously.
Whatever time of year.
I was coming from DC. Well, I had great weather on the East Coast, great-ish.
Yeah.
I was in DC for their record heat wave, and then by the end of my time there, it was fully winter and it was raining. I was just so ready to get out of there. There was a shooting outside the White House. As we were leaving, I was
wait, did you see that girl who went viral?
Oh, we should get her on the podcast.
Well, we also need to be on her beta blockers.
But anyway, it is so nice to be home.
Yeah. It's so nice to have you back. I was so sick of doing Zoom.
Same. I literally hate it so much.
Yeah.
But we love bringing you guys entertainment every week.
Yeah.
But it's so much better when we're in person on the couch. And expect so much exciting stuff coming up in the next few weeks. Let me tell you.
And also after this break.
We're back. And it's time for our Miss Thing of the Week.
This woman is a woman of taste.
A woman of just hit after hit after hit after hit.
And I think for her being British, she weirdly is so American. I feel her taste is so it's 4-quadrant.
Oh,
she
without
is
question.
All of her movies is so family friendly, and normally I would say that would be a derogatory thing.
Yes,
but I think that she is the epitome of thank you for always finding a movie that I would want to watch, as well as my mom and my dad and my sister.
Yes, even it's totally you can always watch it with everyone, not always with kids, because sometimes she will do a little bit of a more adult drama / dramedy. The epitome of funny and serious.
Yeah, she can do it all. And our Miss Thing this week is Emily Blunt.
Heard of her?
I mean, this woman is responsible for she came up with basically any of your favorite lines from The Devil Wears Prada or Devil Wears Prada 2.
Yeah.
It came out of her mouth. She improvised that most likely.
This is the Emily, okay? The Emily.
Yeah. I mean, just to go right into these credits, I was saying this to Greg off pod that when I was looking at the credits, I was she's in borderline, so many of my favorite movies. I actually said this recently to a friend and they made fun of me because I was wait, would I put Edge of Tomorrow in my letterbox for? I love Edge of Tomorrow.
Whoa. And then the fact that you just threw Edge of Tomorrow at me and I'm oh my God, I forgot she was in that, because there's so many hits. Edge of Tomorrow is so good. Seems such an easy concept on paper. So good.
A week late and $1 short.
Yeah.
I am answering your question from last week, which is what is the straight content for me?
Uh-huh.
And it's that movie.
So good. I mean, like, but she is like America's most watchable actress, and she's from the UK, believe it or not.
Great American accent, first off.
Oh.
Also, like, America's couple. She's married to John Krasinski, aka Jim from The Office. Not that we need that explained. She truly, like I said this up top, like, the taste level, the way that she can, like, go and do, like, an adjustment bureau and like a salmon fishing in the Yemen and a Devil Wears Prada and then marry Poppins Returns, like, and has the gravitas to do, like, take on Julie Andrews' part and not have the world be annoyed at you and be mad at you, to be like, who do you think you are, but actually be like, whoa, that makes sense.
Well, yeah, well, like, that is so funny. It's like she's that unproblematic that, like, she can coast through a Mary Poppins with minimal blowback.
Exactly. No one is annoyed, like, do we need to do this? They're actually like, wait, I actually kind of want to see that.
I actually loved Mary Poppins, by the way. Like, I feel like it didn't get enough cred. Even she recently, she was like, my kids like Devil Wears Prada more than Mary Poppins. And she, like, definitely did it for her kids.
It's such a risk. Like, there's so much more blowback to taking on that role. And then, like, it's like what I feel like a lot of hosts talk about when they, like, host the Golden Globes, where they're like, it's so much more risk than there is reward, because, like, it's basically opening yourself up to being like, everyone saying you're not funny and you, like, didn't entertain the audiences, and then if you do well, they're basically like, great, do it 4 more times, you know?
Totally.
And I feel like that's with Mary Poppins, where it's like, even though it was even the best version of it, you're still going to want probably the original.
Right.
And most likely everyone is looking to tear it apart. And yet it was well enough that everyone kind of was like, yeah, that satisfied that itch. Thank you.
Right. You know, and you make such a good point about four quadrant. Of course, our favorite thing, but we don't know what it means. But Emily Blunt really is for everyone. Like, everyone loves her. Like, straight guys, straight girls, like,
gays.
They will all. Well, but that's the thing. Anytime Emily Blunt is in a movie, it secretly makes it gay.
100%.
Like, she is the ingredient that gets everyone in that seat.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer, you think any gay guy wanted to sit through that fucking movie? No. Yeah. We went for Emily Blunt. And yes, was she underutilized? I will admit it here, yes.
You're making me realize there are a few actresses who have certain forehead veins that when you see them come out, you're like, oh shit, it's coming. Shit. Emily Blunt, the other one I'm thinking of is Angelina Jolie, but Emily Blunt, when you see that forehead vein come out, you know you're about to get a tour de force crying performance with restraint.
Right. And anger. Everything.
And you're going to start crying. And it's like, there's very little things in my life that I enjoy more than when I see that vein come out. And I'm like, oh, fuck, it's on, baby.
It's on. And you don't know what's coming out next. Like, the force of the performance. Yeah, but I mean, look, like Sicario. What gay guy is going to go see Sicario?
Yeah.
Except... Of course, that is Denis Villeneuve, so of course I'm seated, regardless. But not everyone knew. That was like before.
That's like, I mean, he also did Prisoners. He is also, we have stopped this segment, but he is like ultimate, like, what one straight guy can you stand this week or whatever. He is sort of like MVP 52-week pass. Always.
Denis Villeneuve is straight guy of the century. He can do no wrong
Lifetime
for us.
Achievement Award.
To Denis Villeneuve.
Just for the fact that we get to say that. What a fun thing to say. Denis Villeneuve.
To be named something that almost sounds like it's a man's name, Dennis the Menace, but also sounds like Denise,
It's
kinda.
also an onomatopoeia for just like joy. You
to
know?
throw the word onomatopoeia into the Emily Blunt episode, we're channeling.
We really
God is here, and God is here with the flies.
And I think it really is that vein. That vein inspires me. The other movie, like, okay, you just said Sicario. Sicario is so good.
So good.
You are so right about the fact that, like, she makes these straight movies accessible to gay men, because the other, she is responsible for so many straight movies that I actually love. The other one is Looper. Like, There are so many deep cuts where it's
Brian Johnson.
Exactly. Like
another straight guy. He's more like of the month.
Yes, you're right.
Whenever he has a movie coming out.
But it's one of those things where it's like, and she kind of like was at the ground floor of so many of these directors.
Oh my gosh, yes.
She also should have been, like, the fact that Oppenheimer was her first Oscar nomination is... we should be ashamed.
That's shocking. She's one of those actresses, though, that is so popular that they're never considered.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock.
Yes.
She's one of those. Like, and I feel like she's such a leading lady, but she's so unafraid of a supporting role.
The other thing that I don't understand, I think you might disagree with me, but I don't care. I don't understand how this movie was not bigger. It was the year that came out the year that we started this podcast. The Fall Guy was legitimately excellent.
So good.
So fun. I think that Emily, first off, could have chemistry with a wall.
Right.
And then, she is so charismatic. And then to put her against Ryan Gosling, who is also someone who could have chemistry with the wall, sparks.
It's just they flew, for sure.
And that is the epitome of 4-quadrant.
Oh, my God,
It was one of those things where I was like, I don't understand in the fact that, not to come for you on this podcast, but like there's Mortal Kombat 2. Mm-hmm. If there's going to be a fucking Mortal Kombat 2, then where the hell is the Fall Guy 2? Like, that is for the straights, but also for the gays.
I'm not going to argue with you there. That movie was a little like, maybe because it was so like inside Hollywood, but it wasn't like it is such a great concept about like a Hollywood like stunt guy. It was really fun. Definitely watch that if you haven't seen it. But Emily, I mean, what else is there to say?
The last thing that we can make about ourselves, because this is the other huge, she has too many good credits. The other is A Quiet Place. Part 1 and part 2.
Oh my God, her in the bathtub.
That's the vein I'm thinking of, that moment when she's crying silently giving birth.
And famously one time on Runyon, when I first moved to Los Angeles, I was standing next to Emily Blunt, and she was like 8 months pregnant. She was doing Runyon like 8 months pregnant.
Was she a twig? Even pregnant?
No, she had a belly.
Okay.
She had a belly, but I was just like, oh my God, that's Emily Blunt. Also famously one time on Runyon.
I don't know what I would do if I saw Emily Blunt.
Wow. Yeah, it was a big deal. Yeah. And then also one time famously on Runyon, this was like when I had my first dog when I moved here, Cody. Mm-hmm. We were walking up and he started like playing with some other like big dogs. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, come on, Cody, like we gotta go. And I turned around and it was Naomi Watts.
Oh, what?
He was playing with Naomi Watts' dogs.
That's crazy.
Runyon?
Did you get did you act starstruck, or were you like?
No, I kind of was like, I was like, our dogs.
Yeah.
You know? Like, of course.
And did she do anything?
She was really nice about it. I think like when dogs are so the great equalizer, like if your dogs are friends, like then you are kind of like you're respectful of the owner.
And I feel like celebrities are more open to it too than to talking, because it's like dogs really are like the one thing that they won't be like, okay, I gotta go.
Of course, but also Naomi is famously an Australian in LA, so they will talk to anyone just in case.
You think?
Yeah.
Wow, I've never thought about that.
Oh, Australians in LA, like not to generalize, but they will talk to anyone because at any given moment, like they could have their big break, and they are here for their break.
There is a contingent of Australians on Grindr that are the most chaotic.
I believe it.
I don't need to go into the details,
but I know
that the gays would agree with me. Yeah. That for whatever reason Australians feel the need on Grindr to put their flag. They're very patriotic.
Oh, sure.
And like to let you know. And then when you see that flag on Grindr, run.
Jump in the ocean and swim even further.
And the unfortunate part is they're always hot. Like it's always someone you want, but then it's literally like this person is actually like the worst person for you. Do not engage.
Well, Australians famously only have to work one day a year, 365 days of the year, and the rest of the time they are on vacation. So they're on Grindr, or they're on vacation, or they're at the gym or surfing.
Possibly all three at once.
They're they can do it all.
At the gym on vacation.
Well, because when you do not have to worry about being at a job, they get paid fully.
I know. Yeah.
But when you don't have to worry about being in an office, your life is just the possibilities really open up.
Should we move to Australia?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
But back to Emily Blunt in that bathtub.
Right.
In Quiet
Quiet
Place.
Place.
Haven't seen the second one, but
it's good.
Always think that I would look forward to it because
well, you know what's like,
scene.
remember how we're really going off here, but don't you remember how it really was end of the world vibes? I don't know if this was happening in other cities across the world, but because originally Quiet Place Part 2 was coming out March of 2020.
Oh.
So those billboards were in Los Angeles for like a full year because it stopped. Obviously, they stopped releasing it and they like delayed it.
Yeah.
And so then like those billboards were just like, it just like said whatever, like March 2020.
Right.
For so long in the way that the world had ended, you know?
Yeah.
And that it would be like, that would be the last billboard, like was just a Quiet Place Part 2, like the coming soon. And it was like, will it ever come?
Will we ever know quiet?
Yeah, exactly.
How could it get more quiet than this?
This woman, there's nothing this woman can't do.
Love her so
And she
much.
makes everything look effortless.
Oh, and by the way, we're doing her because Disclosure Day is coming out.
Which is another reason. It's like she is clearly 4 quadrant.
Steven Spielberg's secret alien movie that they just like announce out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, okay,
And
cool.
how do they announce it? With a clip of Emily and that vein.
As the weather woman
Yeah.
going,
Yeah.
which
And
is so us.
Exactly.
Us
When
trying
Greg
to find words on the
when Greg and I
podcast.
saw that, we were like, our brains, like, I gotta see that.
She's doing this for us.
Yeah.
Like, once again, she's doing something for everyone. And that in particular is for us. And for listeners of this
She's
podcast.
doing it for the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I think it's time that we make Emily about ourselves for the world.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Greg, how do you make Emily Blunt all about yourself?
Well, when I think of Emily Blunt, I'm just going to go right for it and think about her incredible, game-changing, eye-opening turn in The Devil Wears Prada. Particularly...
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we love to.
Yeah.
We love to.
Yeah.
But one
changed the game.
It started it all.
Yeah.
Two started it all in a different way.
Yeah.
Famously. But that makes me think of the one scene where she, when they show up to the event, the gala, and she's like, I'm one stomach flew away from my goal weight.
She famously says that is said to her like every 3 days and it has not stopped since that first movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that is such a hilarious, astute line. And that reminds me, a lot of people talk about marriage and they have a lot of like marriage advice, as when you're engaged and you're about to get married, and they have a lot of things to say, but what no one ever tells you about marriage is that one day, a few years in, you will be visiting your in-laws for a week. And within 1 hour of being there, your mother-in-law will say, you're fat.
Oh. They don't warn you about that.
No one has ever prepared me for that type of just bald, I don't want to say it's an accusation, but it feels
there's
like
nowhere
one.
to go. Yeah.
There is nowhere to go. And especially when you're just getting there.
Now what? Sorry not to cut you off. Are you alone? Is your husband next to you during this?
See, no, but I'm so used, for so long, we go in and out of periods where like we'll go visit or whatever. And by the way, I love my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
She is such a sweetheart, and she just love her to pieces. Yeah. But, like sometimes we'll go to visit or they'll come to visit us, and, she will, I don't know if it's lovingly, but more just like sort of matter-of-factly say that my husband is fat at the moment. And that's something that like I would, my husband who is in great shape,
yes,
and sometimes weight fluctuates, as we age, as we're busy or not. But they are Cambodian, so they're not.
I was like, maybe it's a cultural thing?
I think it is a cultural thing. And I think that happens in Asian households a lot.
Yeah.
But in this particular instance, we had just gotten in. We were sitting. They, of course, put a huge bowl of, they put a huge serving of rice on my plate, and they had all this food. That we were sitting down to eat, and she says, but she says to Vaj, she says, well, you're kamap. which is the Khmer word for fat, which we use often in the house. And he goes, who's Khmer? And she goes, both.
Oh. Wait, this is this trip?
This trip. This trip. She says both.
Wait,
as he's getting up and leaving the room.
As she's serving you more food.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is the famous thing. And my husband says this. I am not Asian, obviously. He says, but it is such an Asian thing. They will feed you. And as they're feeding you, call you fat.
Yeah.
But it was so funny. He when she says both. And as he's leaving the room, he's like, what? And she turns to me and she goes, do you know what kamat means? I said, yeah, fat.
And what'd she say?
He just goes, and laughs. Yeah. So I just thought it sort of came to me. This just recently happened, but I will say nothing has motivated me more to get that pesky weight off than that.
That is one of those things that you'll never forget. I also imagine that happening like day one of you visiting.
And could you imagine someone saying that to me? The complete spiral. Luckily, I was so tired that it didn't like really. And actually, I think it was like the way that she sort of laughed it off. Of course, it was on my mind. But I went to the gym every day that week, and I ate less.
It's crazy too because in certain cultures they like encourage you to be fat. Like they think it's a sign of like prosperity and wealth, Yeah. And so maybe this is me being Pollyanna over here. Maybe she was saying it in a way of being like, you guys seem happy.
In a loving way. Well, he was like, well, you're certainly part of the family now. He's like, you don't understand. It's kind of like a loving thing. And I felt it that way. But listen, let me tell you. And I've been feeling a little bit like, I need to get I really dial it in, get my diet. No. I'm not saying. Yeah. But I will say I was one mother-in-law telling me I'm Kamap away from my goal weight. And I am locking it the fuck in this summer. You guys are not going to recognize me in a few weeks.
Greg, he's going to have an eating disorder now, but like next May when you go visit her, she will call you what the Cambodian word for skinny.
Gaunt.
Yeah.
Is what I'm going for at this point. Thin is in. There was Ozempic in the fridge. I was like considering, a little prick just to sort of see. But I'm exploring options. And if anyone has any like advice they want to throw my way, please do. But that is something that I never thought would happen to me.
Wow.
And Tim, how do you make Emily Blunt all about you?
I make Emily Blunt all about me by another seminal film that we have not even talked about, which is Jungle Cruise.
Sure.
We also didn't talk about Smashing Machine. There's too many credits.
That's totally, by the way.
I didn't see it also, but
that's a
step too far. But I will say it did make me want to see it a little bit when I would see her on the screen.
I would agree. Yeah. Where she was playing such like a New Jersey.
With push-up bra.
Yeah. I did. I will say, to Smashing Machine's credit, I watched like the first 5 minutes and it was kind of good. I did immediately fall asleep and not revisit, but it was not bad.
That is the epitome of like one day on a plane.
Yeah.
But Jungle Cruise, that makes me think of, to no shock to the audience, of when I was in Africa and I was in Zimbabwe/Zambia, the border. I was going
know it well.
You know it well. I was going to Victoria Falls, and I had left my sister and I was going to climb Kilimanjaro, but I couldn't leave Africa without seeing Victoria Falls.
Of course not.
So I made a specific like solo like day layover just to see the Victoria Falls, and then I was going to take another flight to go to Kilimanjaro. So I'm by the falls by myself, nothing to do for a night.
I've only seen Victoria's lips.
This is a tangent which we can cut. And I went to Iguazu Falls in South America. And the whole time I was there, which is like the best waterfalls in South America, they kept being like, this is nothing compared to Victoria Falls. Like Victoria Falls is like the best waterfalls in the whole world. Everyone kept telling me that like the best waterfalls are Victoria Falls. And I was like, so I literally did this whole specific journey to go to them. And then when I was there, I was like, Iguazu is better.
Oh,
Everyone go to Iguazu. You don't, even though the Victoria Falls is one of the 7 world wonders, and I'm like, should it be? Sorry, not to come for it.
And we know you've all been to all of them, but you know.
I'm just giving helpful advice. Yeah, weigh in. But anyways, so the night before I'm going to the falls, there is a sunset cruise that I can take. And I was like, you know what? When in Victoria Falls.
Of course.
Yeah. So I do this little, I'm like, I sign up, I go to the cruise. As I'm going onto the boat, I hear 2 people behind me going like, hurry, hurry. Like, get one of the last seats. I don't want to sit next to them. They scare me.
Oh.
I don't know who they're talking about, but I'm in front of them. Mm-hmm. So then I'm like rushed to like, like I got to get a spot because something's happening behind me and maybe there's not that many spots. So I go to the top, the roof of this like sunset cruise and then it's like only all like 4 tops. You have to sit like at a table of 4 tops and I'm by myself. And so I'm like, great, I'm going to be sitting with other people.
Yeah. And the characters you meet on these.
Exactly. So then I get a prime spot and then I just like pray that I'm not sitting with the people that these people behind me were saying they're so scared of. Everyone walks in and then this older Russian couple walks up and immediately they strike fear in the hearts and minds of all of us. And I know that this is the couple.
Okay.
The guy has like a walking stick that does look like he could raise it at any moment.
Sure.
To paint a picture, it's like
huge fuzz hat.
Basically, they were so intimidating.
Yeah.
She looked like Red from Orange is the New Black.
Okay.
Not to stereotype, but she really like that's the inspiration.
Okay.
and like he was just like this big burly like Hulk of a man.
Sure.
They come up to me and they don't necessarily ask as much as tell me that they are sitting next to me.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, like this is fine. I try to strike up a conversation because we're going on an hour-long cruise. Mm-hmm. They look at me, don't respond. Chill goes down my spine. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be like terrible. And we got like 2 glasses of wine or whatever drink that you would want, plus like some like apps.
They got like an ice luge and vodka.
They got vodka.
Yeah.
They did get vodka.
Fucking course. Like,
yes, of course.
Let's call a spade a spade.
And it's a
little obvious.
It was so obvious. And by the way, it's going to get even more obvious.
Sure.
So we're sitting in silence, which is so not like me, but could not be more intimidated by these people.
You can't be cracking jokes with
this is the thing. I
Russians.
was like, at one point I heard them like say something in English to each other, and I can't remember what it was, but I was literally like, I've never felt more in my adult life that I'm going to be gay bashed than from these 2 people.
Sure.
Like, so like, and she was even scarier than her Hulk of a husband.
Love that.
And so I was like, I'm just going to be silent. Like, I don't need to talk to them. And then at one point, they are going to take a photo. Classic thing. I did this the last thing. I was like trying to take a photo, and I was like, "Do you want me to take a photo?" Don't say anything. Like, thank you. Anything. Just looks at me silently, stares at me in the face, pushes the phone towards me.
Sure.
I take the photo. It's a flattering photo. As soon as she sees it, lights up, and then she's like, she goes, where are you from? And then I said, LA. She goes. Like, it literally makes me laugh every time. She goes, weak people.
Weak people.
And I was like, sorry? And she's like, I've been to, how do you say? Wilshire Boulevard.
Oh, God. Okay.
And she goes, weak people.
She does sound like the ladies in my building when I first moved to Hollywood.
Yeah, and I was like, honestly, not wrong.
Right.
Like, I do think in comparison to anyone in Russia, like anyone in Los Angeles is weak. You know?
Yeah, I mean, they have cold there.
And by the way, we're going to get there.
Oh, by the way, LA, colder.
Yeah.
To me, it's the coldest city on Earth.
Yeah.
Coldest city on Earth. But go ahead.
So she is telling me how weak the people are.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, I'll go along with this. I'm scared for my life. And then she looks at me. Oh my God, this is so funny. I didn't even realize the parallel to your story. She goes, why are you so skinny?
Okay.
I was like, oh.
Body standards.
Yeah, I was like, she's like, you need to eat. Then I loved this. Because we each basically got like a cheese Danish and like bread.
Sure.
And she just like eats this and like pushing the food.
She
takes
has
her
a
husband's away, who he is not happy.
Of course not.
And gives it to me to eat. And I'm like, no, you have it. He's scowling at me.
Oh,
and then
God.
I'm like, no, take your food. And then she like looks at him and he's like, it's fine. But like is not. And then I'm like too afraid to eat it because I'm like, he's going to murder me. But also like, if I don't
Danishes.
eat it. But if I don't eat it. And then the best part too. And then we're like, then they're like, do you want it? She takes a photo of me. Literally heads cut off. Terrible photo of
it's like
me.
just one eye. Yeah.
I try to make conversation and I'm like, oh, why are you guys here? And they're like, because it's like there's tons of alligators. And she's like, we love alligators, which is so whatever.
It's chilling.
Yeah. And then we're talking and he looks at me and he goes, why no girl? Why no girl?
Oh,
and
boy. We don't have time for this.
Exactly. And I was like, I'm not getting into this. And then he goes, which I loved because he's the most masculine man I've ever met in my life. He goes, like nudges his wife. And it's like, take another one for the girls. And I was like, okay, I love that you want me. And then I was like, and honestly, I do need a photo for the girls. I need a photos for the girlies. Like, take another one. So they take a great photo of me. And I was like, then after that, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Of course.
We are talking back and forth. By the end of that cruise, they are inviting me back to, get ready for it, their hometown of Yakutsk, Russia.
Sure.
Which, fun fact for anyone, which
where
I
it's
learned,
illegal to be us.
It's illegal. No, it is the coldest city in the world. I think the average temperature is negative 40 degrees.
Right. Weak people.
In Yakutsk. So if you guys can't find me, I'm in Yakutsk. They also said it's a city of silence. And if that's not the most pleasing thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, please, you wouldn't last a second. You get kicked out, not because for the obvious reasons.
Yeah, I can't stop talking.
The chatterbox. The chatterbox with the chattery teeth in the city of silence.
But you know that there is some hot as fuck Yakutsk Russian man.
DL Yakutsk.
Who's building like a cabin.
Who's going to get you right in the Yakutsk.
Exactly. So this goes out to all the Yakutsk gay men.
Yeah.
We know you're listening. And please, if one of you is my husband, reach out.
Keep the bed warm.
Yeah, exactly.
For you.
Yeah.
We're you soon. Yeah, we're going to do a holiday edition.
Holiday in Yakutsk.
Kat, do you think I can go and they can find me a girl as well?
I
would have to really. They're not going to like me.
Think that I actually think we would be huge. I bet we are huge in Yakutsk.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we're huge in Dagestan.
And by the way, I might not be pronouncing it right, but whatever the name of the coldest city in Russia is, that's what I'm talking about.
I love it.
And with that,
Welcome back. And it's time for Diva Down. Diva Down, of course, is our final segment where we take a person, place, or thing that could use a little bit of our unsolicited advice. There's a fly.
Fruit fly.
Fruit fly swarming my head.
Yeah.
I'm Diva Down me because I'm decomposing. Diva Down. Yeah, it's our final segment. Our Diva Down this week is CBS.
Not the pharmacy. The network.
The network. Both places that we have worked.
Yeah. And it's down specifically because now officially Stephen Colbert
is gone. He's over.
So it's sort of like, and I mean this with all love to our alma mater. I don't know if that's the proper term.
Yeah.
Is what do you have on the air now? That was your one crowning jewel that you willingly got rid of. And I think a year or two ago when this first got announced, we did this as a Diva Down.
Sure.
And now that it's officially off, it's sort of like I hope that you guys realize the error of your ways because I think this is one of the dumbest decisions you guys have ever made.
It's definitely not a great look.
No.
Optically, politically,
Taste-wise, you have the number one late night show. Now you don't.
Exactly. Yeah. But what is your advice?
My advice is hire Keke Palmer. Sorry, I'm changing it live. Keke Palmer should be the host of a late night. So funny. Would literally crush in the ratings. So relevant.
Right.
We've already talked about her being 4 quadrant. Older people would love her. Younger people, gay people, every type of person would love her. And by the way, we know she has the bandwidth for it.
And she'd gladly fit it in her schedule. She doesn't seem to be doing anything late at night at the moment, so she could totally slot this one in.
And if Kiki is busy, Greg and I.
Well, thank you so much. This is my advice. It goes back to the advice when Colbert was initially canceled. You're looking for a new late night host.
Yeah.
Look no further.
2 for 1. If you're worried about money, we're a 2 for 1. Well, we're gonna get paid separately, but 2 for 1.
Yeah, but you could that pay can be really low. We will take it.
Yeah.
Listen, my advice haven't heard. My phone hasn't rang.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem here. I think optically it's looking really bad for you, and you need us.
And we already have worked for you guys. We've already done the background checks.
Exactly. You know what we bring to the table.
You love us.
You managed to not staff me on one of your shows last year. So this is a good way for you to sort of make it up to me.
I actually agree. And you,
me personally, and you by proxy.
Exactly. I'll just benefit from that. But we had to drive on that lot for years.
Which is across the street from 2 CVS's that are across the street from each other.
Yeah.
So then when I needed to call in a prescription, I actually never even knew which CVS to send it to. Because I'm like, CVS on Ventura. But the one on the right side?
Yeah.
And no one knew.
You know what I actually feel like not a part of society for is my pharmacy has never been CVS.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Isn't that kind of weird?
That is kind of weird.
It feels like there's something. My doctors don't like to send things to CVS. It's always like Walgreens or like my local grocery store.
I will say Walgreens feels a lot more civilized to me. I've never stepped foot in one.
Okay, this is not to go off.
Okay, please
there are
go off.
There are some. I associate Walgreens with where I'm from, the Midwest. It makes me feel safe.
You're from the Middle East.
As
far as I'm concerned.
Exactly. Yeah. And by the way, that makes me feel so safe, comforted. Like something is right in the world. And when I moved, talking about LA, and I saw that there were still a couple here, I was like, okay, I can get down with the city. There are some Walgreens.
Never seen them.
Okay, listen, CVS, if you want to sponsor us, we'll happily do it. But Walgreens, that's just I don't know. That's for the people.
It's classy.
It's classy.
There's green in the name. It's very verdant.
It feels like this might not make any sense, but it feels like it's like Robin Williams would be the sponsor. It's
totally.
or Oprah. Only the best celebrities would be like the spokespeople for Walgreens.
Sure.
Anyone can be CVS.
Yeah.
And we can too, CVS, if you want it. But Walgreens is like Whoopi Goldberg. You know what I mean? And you all know what I mean by that.
Of course. No.
EGOTs.
Emily Blunt, perhaps, would one day, because I
Denis
think
Villeneuve
would be directing her spot for Walgreens. Yeah. Walgreens supremacy.
Yeah.
CBS... Feel for you have our number.
Yeah,
you do have our. You have our social security numbers as well, so you can use it. We're here,
and this is an evergreen offer.
Totally.
And with that,
follow us if you don't at Missing the Pod on TikTok and Instagram, YouTube. If you're not watching there, you're only getting a third to a quarter of the story. And Cynthia, what's going on with you?
Cynthia, whatever is going on in your life, we want to know.
We need it.
We love you so much.
Of course. God, we love you more now than ever.
Guys, please give us a review.
Yeah.
5 stars and above, and rate us. And other than that, we'll see you next week.
Bye. Miss Thing Podcast is created, executive produced, and hosted by Greg Trimmer and Tim Zintek.
It's produced and edited by Benji Simons, with cover art and additional creative support by Claude Zines.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Miss Thing the Pod.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, but only raves. Strictly 5 stars and above.
Follow Greg at Greg Trimmer and Tim at Tim_Zintek on all social media. BONK!